Hi there, guys and girls. I just wanted to talk about another Ubinight that I attended uh, last Monday. For those of you who didn't see my first video and are wondering what the hell Ubinight is, it's a night that Ubisoft hold to showcase their upcoming games. And the first Ubinight they had, they basically had a Assassin's Creed 2 on show, but no one was allowed to play it. But they demoed the game for us so we could see what it was about. But for this UV night, we were actually able to get hands on with the game and play it. For those of you who don't know about Assassin's Creed or don't know much about it, I'm gonna show you guys the original. Well, sorry, I should say. Now, let me start again. For those of you who don't know Assassin's Creed, anything about Assassin's Creed 2. I'm going to show you guys the original E3 trailer and the latest TGS trailer, as well as some screenshots, because this game is very unique. It's a wonderful concept. It has great art style. It's like watching a movie. The lighting direction is really good in the trailers. It's something I really enjoy. So firstly, what I'll do is I'll show you guys some screenshots here that you can see from Assassin's Creed 2. Basically, the first one you've got here is basically the new character Ezio leaping from the roof, and as you can see, he's leaping into the water. For those of you who played the original Assassin's Creed, as you know, you couldn't touch the water in the first one. It would make you respawn, but now you can actually swim in the water, which adds a lot to the gameplay because it makes the exploration, of the city a lot more interesting. In the next screenshot we got again Ezio in the water. It shows him sort of sneaking up against a guy. This showing off a few more of the stealth attacks that you can do in the game. You can actually come up behind your target and grab them. As you can see, he leaps out of the water and grabs this guy, and that's the end of him. In this next screenshot, we've got Ezio, as you can see, in a courtyard, engaged in a battle with 3 or 4 guards. The weapons that Ezio can use in Assassin's Creed 2, from what I've gathered from playing the game and the trailers and that, it's a lot more vast than the first one. In this next screenshot, this is my favourite out of the official screenshots that have been released. I love it when the city goes into night time. So you see the big full moon in the background there, and Ezio is in this one of these hay bale truck things, and he's grabbed one of the guards and he's pulling him in like that, and that's the end of him. And his other 2 guard friends are just walking by and they don't even notice. It's a great screenshot. And then in this one you got again Ezio just coming down from the roof, about to finish this guy off. Again, more battle scenes. And this is a cool screenshot. This shows off the new dual kill in the game. So you can kill 2 people at once in the game now, which is awesome. Here's Ezio on his flying contraption. I'm not sure what it's called, but yeah, if you look in the bottom right corner, you can see there's an archer taking a shot at him, actually, with a flaming arrow. So this is a cool one. This again, another one of these kills. You can pull down people off the roof and throw them down to their death, which is really cool. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you now the first trailer for Assassin's Creed, because it was fantastic. I'll show you the trailer and then I'll talk about it after, because if you haven't seen it, you really need to see it. It's simply awesome.
Stop him! To the entrance. Don't let him see you. Wait for my command. Oh, bravo! What an impressive display. A pity you could not let your father live to see it. As for your mother, once I've dealt with you, I promise I'll give her my full attention.
Alrighty, so that's the first Assassin's Creed. That was the first trailer that was released at E3 this year. And I gotta say, when I first saw that, I was like, wow, man. It's such a powerful trailer in so many ways. The thing that I really like about it too is it's very colourful. Like, with all the fireworks and that going off, you know. And, just that whole hidden element of darkness. Like, you know, when the assassin, you see him pay off the chicks at the start, you know, drops a bag of gold in their hand, and they sort of snicker, they sort of laugh, like they don't care that he's about to kill these people, you know, and yeah, you know, then those chicks, you know, they go up to him and they seduce him, and those guys have no idea, or that guy has no idea he's about to be assassinated. Then Ezio takes him out, and yeah, one thing I really like about that is the kings, when they show up at the party. That one guy dances, but the main guy who gets killed at the end of the trailer, he sort of tells the chick to stop, and he makes the guards stay there. So he's like really paranoid, you know, because you know this guy's obviously done so many bad things. He's become all paranoid and shit, which I really like, you know. And yeah, it's cool to see that in the trailer. It's not just so headstrong like that. And yeah, I really like that, you know. Then he sees him take out his friend or brother or whatever, whoever he is, you know. And he's like, get him, you know, like that. Then they have the little chase over the city, which is really cool, you know. You see the guy running in the background, but Ezio's behind him the whole time, you know. And then they stop at the end there, and he sets up the ambush with the guards, you know. And I think that's why he says all that stuff, you know, about his father. Oh, it's a pity your father couldn't see it, you know, and as for your mother and all this shit, you know. That's why Ezio's about to walk up to him and assassinate him. But then I think Ezio realizes, because he's saying all this stuff, he realizes it's a trap, and that's when he stops and he just pulls out that cannon, whatever it is that he has on his arm, and just blows him away with the assassin's mark, you know. And then the guy falls over and the mask breaks. It's just such a great trailer. It was a work of art. I've watched that trailer probably, I don't know, 30 or 40 times. I really dig it, you know. It's like an interactive movie. It's really cool. I really can't wait to get my hands onto this game, you know. So anyway, yeah, that was the first Assassin's Creed trailer, and recently they released the second trailer, which is cool because it shows a bit more of the story, a bit more what's going on. So it's time to check that out now. So here we go.
There are certain moments a man never forgets. His first kiss, his first duel. But most of all, the moment he first discovers his purpose in life.
I am bound to pronounce you guilty.
That moment happened 30 years ago.
You and your collaborators are sentenced to death.
Father! I'll kill you for what you've done!
Arrest him!
Alrighty, so that was the second, and I guess that's probably going to be the final trailer for Assassin's Creed 2, considering it's out in 3 weeks. But yeah, pretty much shows us a lot more of the storyline element. It is a revenge story. Ezio sees his father get hung. Obviously, we don't know why, and he tells that guard that he's going to kill him. I'll kill you for this, you know. And then yeah, the guard tries to come after him, but I'd like to, it's gonna be interesting. I'd like to see how he gets out of that one, you know. And then yeah, he puts on the assassin's garb. I think he's been trained as an assassin, but he never followed or never did it. Never. I think he did the training, but never did it. And I think then he decides to do it. Either that or after he gets trained and then puts on the assassin's garb and decides to have a little fun and get some payback. The second trailer is very cool in the regards that it shows a lot of Ezio's more human side, not just him as an assassin. It shows that obviously he becomes this assassin, but you know, shows how he had the love of his life and all that, and it'll be interesting to see how all that plays out in the game. What's also cool is with these trailers is they've never shown Desmond in them. They sort of keep that out, which I like. You know, they protect that storyline. I really liked that in Assassin's Creed 1, the fact that you were in the modern time, and through this machine you could live through your DNA and live through your ancestors and sort of see what they got up to. The whole idea of Assassin's Creed is great. You know, before I played it, I had no idea of the scope of it. I thought you were just an assassin. I had no idea that there was sort of a modern day element, story connection like that. I think it's really going to push the story of Desmond in the second one, because you know, I always talk with my friends about this, but I don't know, for you guys listening out there, did you guys ever grab the pen in the first Assassin's Creed? There's a part where you know, that guy comes in, you know, the scientist dude. You know, you got the chick, I think her name's Lisa or Tanya or whatever, and then you got the guy, and the guy's always crabby, like blah, 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 get on the machine, blah blah blah, you know. Anyway, there's this part where he turns his back on you and he's typing in something on his laptop, and you walk up behind him and you get the interact icon. It says interact, and you press interact, and Desmond grabs his pen and he puts it up his shirt sleeve. And I'm like, when I did that, I'm like, oh fuck, that's cool, man. He's gonna stab him with the fucking pen, you know. But like, nothing ever happened. You beat the game. Nothing ever happened with the pen. And I brought it up to all my friends. I'm like, man, I wonder if the pen has something, if there's something going on in the second one with the pen and with Desmond. I'm wondering if the pen has to play a role, I reckon. So I can't wait to see if it does. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about Ubinight. I'm going to get to the point now. It was great to finally get hands on with the game. It was, at first I was like, it's a bit different, you know, like in the fact that it's the same controls, but they've tweaked a few things. Like in the first Assassin's Creed, when you run up walls, you can just run and run up walls and just sort of hold up and X, and it'll jump and grab and run up walls. But in this one, it's tweaked a bit. Like there's parts where you sort of have to just use the stick and not press and hold the button as much. Same with the fighting. The fighting's seems like it's a lot more involved. You seem to really need to have to know your weapons more, because there was a guy, I couldn't kill him while I was playing, and you know, you only get a limited time on the thing. But when they got it on demo, when there's, you know, like 200 people there, so I think I had a pretty long go. But yeah, it was really hard to beat this dude. I think I finally killed him, but yeah, he kept countering, and I was trying to counter back, and it just wasn't working. But yeah, I just need to go through the training and the book to tweak my skills. Yeah, so the combat system's more involved in the fact that I think you need to be more dead on with your countering, and there's more weapons. Like I think there's like hammers and swords, and there's, you know, a lot more to do in the fighting system now. The other thing that's cool is you can use health while you're fighting. Now I don't know if you remember, in the first Assassins it became sort of tricky when you got involved in a fight and you went into sort of your fighting pose. You couldn't run. You couldn't opt to run away. You sort of had to back away until he put the sword away, or until you could put the sword away to run. So that became a bit annoying, because if that happened, you had to really know your counters. And by the end of the game, I really did know my counters. I was able to just go bang counter, because without it, you were a dead man. So now you can use health on the go. What else can I talk about? Oh, you can swim now, which is really important. Yeah, so you can jump off a roof straight into the water and not get do any damage, you know. And you can also, you know, swim behind buildings and things like that to get to other areas, which is cool. Yeah. Now I'll talk about some of the screenshots here. I'm just going to go through them quickly. So basically, yeah, you got your first few here, just showing Assassin's Creed 2 there. This was it on demo. It was on the Far TV there. That was the first time I saw it. I was like, oh, cool. You know, there's a Ubisoft guy there demoing it. I've forgotten his name. Yeah, this is the first peek I got at the game. So, yeah, it pretty much the same sort of thing. Just, yeah, you can see in this screen here, you've got the ladies, or I'm not sure. Are they pros? Are they prostitutes? I don't know. Whatever they are, you can hire them. You can give them gold, and you can distract people with them. One other thing that has been taken out of the game is the blend mode. I couldn't blend anymore. I guess you don't need to, really. I guess it was a bit redundant, but I guess I sort of came used to it, and I was like, how do I blend? You know, oh, it's not in it anymore. Yeah. In these screens, yeah, this was the legend here, which had everything for the map. As you can see, there's a lot more on the map, a lot more than the first Assassins. There's a lot more to do. I don't know if they have the monks anymore. You know how you could blend in with the monks? Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just yawning. It's pretty late here. It's 10 past midnight, so... Yeah, I don't think the monks are around anymore. I didn't see them in the city, but I think the ladies, and being able to hire the ladies, sort of takes place of that. here you've got a cutscene between Ezio and the other dude, just talking about, you know, a mission. I hope I don't get in trouble for showing this stuff. I think I'm okay though. I was allowed to take still shots, so it's all good. Yeah. What else can I say? Yeah, there's a shot of Desmond. So as you can see, yeah, Desmond definitely is in the game. Here's a shot of the menu there. Memory 9, sequence 7, Desmond's menu. As you can see, Eagle Vision's still in the game. Here's some more gameplay shots. Walking around the city. Yeah, talking to people on the fly there. Yeah, more climbing. Here's a shot of the menu that you can bring up on the fly. You just hold down R2 and this comes down. This comes up, or R2 on PS3, obviously, which would probably be right trigger on 360. Yeah, and yeah, it brings up, as you can see, that's the menu there. The 4, or the icon to the very left, or 9 o'clock on a clock, say, is the health. And then basically on the right side you had the weapons, which is you'll need. Here was a shot of the map. As you can see, yeah, a lot to do. I tried to assassinate the guy in the demo, but he was pretty hard to get to, so no such luck. Couldn't figure it out in the time I had to play it. Yeah, more shots of the ladies there. The sexy ladies. Very sexy. It's falling into the hay again, so that's still in the game. As you can see, the viewpoints are still in the game. Yeah. It was really good fun to play it. I guess I should quickly also talk about they did have Red Steel 2 on demo there. I've already talked about these in the original Ubi video. I didn't really play them on the night, to be honest. I sort of focused on Assassin's Creed 2, but I will give a mention out that, yeah, Red Steel 2 is coming out by Ubisoft, and the artwork here, as you can see, is brilliant. You got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up, which is actually out now in stores. If you like things like Super Smash Brothers, that's right up your alley. Yeah. What else can I talk about? Just going through the screens here while I talk to you. There's a shot of Ezio swimming. So there's the proof he can swim. if none of you believe me. Yeah, so I had a ball playing the game, being one of the first to play it. And then it was even better because at the end of the night, I filmed the door prize. They drew out 5 draw prizes, and I was one of the winners. And it was funny because I actually went to Ubinight with a guy from my local EB, and he won before me, and then I won, and the odds of that are really rare. And at first I thought I'd won all the games in the shop, but it was only the last name they called out. So in the video I say I won all the games, that's so cool, but I only won one game. But I'll show you the video now, but I got something cooler to talk about after, so just give me a second. I'll show you the video first.
5 people are going to win the game of their choice, on the format of their choice. Obviously you don't get that game until the game actually gets released because we don't have a name yet. Oh yeah, come on. Okay, so 4 of those, and then the last person will win every game on show on the format of their choice. So that's the grand prize. So starting off the first one. There's a lot of noise still. You want to hear it? Have you met Anna? She's my lovely barrel girl. Tim. Okay, first ticket. I think I'm colorblind. Actually, it's dark. It's an F67. How much of a fun here for the F67, number 1. Cool. Alright. I will redraw if that person's not here. Good, it's coming up. Nice work. Does anyone know when Splinter Cell Conviction comes out? Wrong. Who knows? Sorry? You went for wrong. Wrong. Alright, Splinter Cell Conviction, let's go outside. Wrong. Correct, you want to copy the game. That was a bonus prize. That's just for listening, paying attention. Okay, game number 2.
Just give us all Assassin's Creed 2 for free.
Oh, that's again. 65. The winner, no, 65. Yes, the winner. Oh. So you have. Okay, it's a red ticket. Red heart. E47.
48, man.
So I'm excited to hear Avatar comes out on December 17 in the movies. It's going to be a good movie. Who knows when the game's coming out? Correct. Come to the front, you want to copy the game as well. Nice work. Okay, number 3. It's another red ticket with the hearts. E48.
That's me! Excuse me. That's me.
Okay.
Here.
How many have I given away?
Here. 48E, red.
No,
Is that right?
stay here.
I won!
Did you win? The biggest game of the year is Assassin's Creed 2. Correct, come up here, man. Place to be loud. Okay, F41. F41, black ticket. Who's got it? Come on, someone's going to have it. F41. Yes, come to the front.
Josh, you win.
Okay.
Josh won too, 47 and 48. What are the odds?
Nice.
How cool is that?
Sorry, man.
Another F ticket.
On my YouTube video. I didn't know I'd win, but I won. This is cool. This goes live. All the games here. I won. How cool is that?
This is the game, every game.
Alrighty, so yeah, as you can see, bit of fun there. But I should say a few things. I was drinking on the night because it was free beer, which is always good. So I didn't hear when he said each person I call out will get 1 game, but the last person will get all the games. So at first I thought I'd won all the games, so I was really excited. I'm like, oh cool. That's why I was like, me. You know, I didn't want them to call out another number. You know, I didn't want it to miss out. But it turns out that I didn't hear correctly, and only the last person who called out got all the games. So I got my choice of 1 game. But I'd been talking to one of the PR guys there that night about Assassin's Creed, and I asked if there was anything, you know, like any really cool, like, you know, promos, like anything, you know, really special. And he said that there was this really cool diary that there had been a few given out, but very hard to get. And after I won the competition, I said, is there any chance I can get one? I go, you can even keep the game, you know, because I've got the game on pre-order. So, and he said he'd do his best for me when he went back to Sydney, because he was down in Melbourne for this night. And yeah, then he emailed me the next day and he said, I got one for you. So that's sweet. And I'm going to show it to you right here, right now, because I waited a day before I made this video so I could show you guys. But as you can see, it's a leather-bound diary here with the Assassin's Creed 2 logo on it, and the that sort of floral etching on the front and back. It's very cool. Inside, when you untie the leather straps, it's got that like parchment sort of pages, that sort of recycled, you know, parchment style pages, where, so if you write in this with like a fountain pen, like calligraphy style, it would look really cool. But you know, obviously I'm never going to do that. You wouldn't do it, but I'm saying if you if you had the balls to do it, it would look good. But you wouldn't do it to an Assassin's Creed 2 promo, not one as cool as this. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up. I want to thank Ubisoft for chucking another really cool Ubinight. Thanks for the beer. Thanks for letting me play Assassin's Creed 2 and all the other games you guys had on demo there. Yeah, I want to thank the PR guys. All the Ubisoft staff were really cool, and yeah, I look forward to hopefully going to another one of these in the near future. One other thing I will say that I forgot to mention in the duration of this video is they had Avatar on show there. It was very strict with media, weren't allowed to take photos or video, which is understandable because Fox owned the movie and all that. But they had it on demo on a 3D TV. So the game was in 3D, which was really cool, and it actually looked really awesome. So I just thought I'd mention that. That looks really good. So well done on that too, guys. If anyone out there's got a 3D TV, I'm sure they'll be enjoying that immensely. So thanks, guys and girls, and I'll see you next time for another TMK video.